You and Vish the other day said you don't think Jimmy really has a future in Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
This was before we understood. We're talking, it's Tuesday now. We understood how seriously hurt he is. Before I knew how seriously hurt he is, I would say, hell yeah, he has a future with the 49ers, because you and Vish were criticizing this poor man who was so disabled last Sunday. How can you judge his game on that? I think he does have a future. Now, I don't know about this injury. I'm now in the dark. If he comes back from this injury, again, I'm not a doctor. I haven't talked to doctors. We have doctors we can talk to, but this is just breaking. And if he can come back from this injury and be who he was when he first came to the 49ers, I think he would be a perfectly serviceable quarterback for that very talented offense and with that great defense, even though it's hurt. I think he can be their future quarterback. I don't mean he's Joe Montana, but I think they're going to have trouble finding someone better, i.e. Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford. I would want him over those guys. I actually like the way good Jimmy plays, but now this is a whole new wrinkle. They may have ruined him.
Yeah.
The way you're going to say it.
Well, real quick, the other wrinkle is we're talking, do the Niners still want Jimmy Garoppolo? Should they bring him back? What about, does Jimmy Garoppolo still want to play for the 49ers?
Right.
Maybe what's happening here is a divorce. Both sides are like, you know what? Maybe Jimmy's like, you know what? I don't trust you. You threw me under the bus. You questioned my toughness. You got me injured. I'm out. And he has that kind of cachet. I mean, if he says I'm out on the 49ers, it's not like he's Alex Smith at 26 years old. He came from the Patriots. Bill Belichick loves him. He has that kind of sway. He can do that.
I'm going to add one other thing. If it's a divorce, players talk to each other. Agents talk to each other. And they may, they're not going to say, gee, he got hurt. Who needs him? The 49ers were great. They're going to say to their clients, are you sure you want to go over there? Look what they did to Jimmy.
Yep.
I mean, Iggy, you know that there's that kind of talk in the league.
There's no question. And, if we go back in time to the Mike Nolan years, the Mike Singletary years, they did this stuff with Alex Smith. Alex Smith didn't have any cachet. He got drafted by the Niners. He didn't come from New England. He didn't have Bill Belichick saying he's the next Tom Brady. He was the kicking boy when the Niners were bad. And when Mike Nolan was on the way out, I was still in college, but Alex Smith was like 24, got hurt his throwing shoulder. And Mike Nolan said, questioned his toughness and basically forced him to get back out there or pressured him to get back out there. And he hurt his shoulder even worse, had to get surgery, and it affected him the rest of his career. And what I want to say is Jim Harbaugh comes in, and the best thing he did was revive Alex Smith.
Yes, he did. He revived him. After Alex got hurt, but before he had surgery and everything, I was in the press box at a game, and I was sitting next to Matty Mayoko. We were both at the Press Democrat, and Alex tried to throw a forward pass, and Iggy, the ball just sort of fell to the ground, and Matty, who's usually very unemotional, said, Lowell, he can't even throw the ball. Look at that. Matty said to me, I knew Alex. He's such a nice man.
Earnest. He'll take the criticism and believe that he's wrong. Yeah.
My heart broke for him. So I feel, in common sense and my gut feeling, that the Niners loused up Jimmy Garoppolo the way they loused up Alex Smith and the way the Warriors loused up Durant.
And, it's interesting, the idea of rehabilitating Jimmy. I don't know what it'll take, how long it'll take, and if the Niners are the right place for that. I don't know if he even wants to rehabilitate here.
That's right.
But look at Jim Plunkett. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. He was a bigger deal in college than Jimmy Garoppolo. It was the first pick in the draft.
He was rookie of the year.
And he got ruined by two bad franchises, the Niners in the 70s and the Patriots. Al Davis didn't give up on him because the Niners didn't know what to do with him. Al Davis was looking from across the bay, and they're like, okay, all right. Why don't we just take him in? We still have Ken Stabler, I think. We just take him in and say, dude, just sit on the bench. Get your mind right. Get your body right. And when the time is right, we'll play you. And he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. But, okay, let's come back to this debate because you made a really good argument for why it's unfair to say just get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. The guy we've seen the last few weeks is injured. I think we didn't really know. He wasn't on the injury report. Is this him now? Is it mental? Is it physical? It's both. So all I would say is I'm not judging him. I'm not judging the way he played the last few weeks. He's better than that. He throws a ball better than that. But I can't help but notice that he gets hurt a lot. Just the way he plays, he doesn't avoid injuries the way Tom Brady does, the way Phillip Rivers does. Phillip Rivers has never missed a game in his life. He's almost 39 years old, and he can't move at all. So there are ways to protect yourself without being mobile. It's like making a decision and throwing the ball, and that's not Jimmy Garoppolo's biggest strength. A lot of times he'll just freeze and hold it and take the hit, and he's not particularly big. He's not particularly mobile. So if he has this surgery, that'll be the third major injury he's had in his career. And he's not even at 35 career starts. He separated his shoulder. He tore his ACL. Now he has a major ankle injury. And all I would say for a quarterback is you can have all the greatest traits in the world. You can have a beautiful arm, a great release, a really good personality, good leadership skills, everything. And it seems like Jimmy has that stuff. If you can't consistently stay healthy, it's all moot. You're not a quarterback in the NFL. So I don't know if that's what Jimmy is, but I have a feeling that when the Niners move on from him next year, mostly because of his huge salary, that he's not going to get a team to just give him a starting job, that he's going to have to go be a backup and work his way back up, and he may. But I think this is a crossroads for him, Dad.
Iggy, you just said when the Niners move on from him next year. You think they will?
I do think they will, because they haven't been able to evaluate him. He can't stay on the field. He's going to cost more and more money. He's going to cost them $27 million next year, and the cap is going to go down. And I think they were okay with losing certain players this year while keeping Jimmy. But now if he regresses, if he can't stay healthy, they can't even evaluate him, because he was on an evaluation, right? They said, we still need to see more from him. We still need to see more from him. They can't see more from him. The cap goes down. Are you willing to lose Fred Warner to see one more year of Jimmy Garoppolo? They may have to make a tough decision, Dad.
I think that you make a very good point that he may be injury prone, and what good is a quarterback if he can't get on the field? I think it's a good point, and I like it for another reason. It doesn't involve moralizing. It doesn't say he can't take pain, he's a punk, he's this or that. It's nothing about that. I think from what I see of him, he's a good competitor and a good guy and a good teammate. But some people are injury prone, and I'm not totally convinced he is, but I'm beginning to lean that way. And that is an incredible flaw in a quarterback.
Well, I'll just say, if the Niners determine that he's injury prone off a small sample size, there's not enough evidence one way or another to say what he is. If they cut him because of that and he goes back to New England and takes a little time to get healthy and then win Super Bowls, this organization will never live it down. So they better know what they're talking about. I don't have to be right. They have to be right. That's the difference.
Yeah, you and I, we sit here and talk, and then afterward we call each other on the phone. We say, "Great job, great job," but that's over with us. There are no repercussions. There are a lot of repercussions for the 49ers, and I have to say, for all of our lovely viewers, I really don't like how they handled Jimmy Garoppolo. I am. I want to use the correct word. As a professional journalist, I'm offended.
Fair. And Dad, before we move on to the next topic, I just want to read this comment because Sean Shepard left a $5 tip for us to read it. And I got to read people who pay to leave comments. So he said, I don't know a team that has as many setbacks and injuries as the 49ers. Again, we're not moralizing. We're not talking about the training staff or the coaching staff, but that is a valid observation. There's a lot of injuries on this team, and it seems like half the players that get injured again. So I don't know what to make of that, but the Niners should look into that, I'm thinking.
They should really keep their eye on it. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Fair enough.